Devin with the CRP, and I've kind of neglected getting to this, but here's the headline from MMA Junkie that Sean O'Malley pulled from UFC 239 after traces of Austrian show in drug test. When we look at this article, Sugar Sean O'Malley won't be fighting at UFC 239. The charismatic bantamweight was scheduled to fight Marlon Vera on the July 6th card at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. However, as he explained in a Friday post on his Instagram account, O'Malley has been temporarily suspended by the Nevada Athletic Commission due to trace amounts of the banned substance Austrian appearing in his system in a recent U.S. anti-doping agency drug test. O'Malley had been suspended 6 months through March by USADA after a similar infraction before being reinstated. The short length of the punishment was due to the fact that the levels of Austrian recorded were consistent with the volume found in contaminated substance. And as we go down, it says that USADA did not choose to levy any additional penalties due to the meager amounts of the substance which show up in his system, but the NAC has chosen to investigate the matter, thus the temporary suspension and O'Malley's removal from the card. And O'Malley is clearly not amused by the NAC's decision, as he is now being punished twice for an infraction he says he did not commit. Punished twice for doing nothing wrong, O'Malley said, "I have never taken anything illegal. I don't know what's going to happen, but I will continue to train and get better every day." And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know all the science behind all this and what the truth is behind this, whether he did this intentionally, whether this was something that it really did come from a banned substance. I haven't really looked into the case very much. I don't know the science behind it. I don't know what it is, but this is reminiscent of what happened back at UFC 232 when John Jones, the week of the fight, gets tested and he still has levels of turinabol in his system, and they end up moving the whole event from Las Vegas to Anaheim in order to basically accommodate their main event, which was him and Alexander Gustafsson in a rematch for the light heavyweight title. And this was because the USADA didn't violate John Jones. It was the Nevada Athletic Commission that was having an issue. Same thing's going on here with Sean O'Malley. And the whole argument is that this is residual leftovers from past infractions that there is different times of testing. It can go up and down in terms of how much is in your system, how much can show up. That weight, there's a bunch of different factors that play into this. Whether it's weight cutting could make it show up in more higher numbers or something. And that, we got the whole picogram issue with John Jones, that there was picogram levels of turinabol in his system, and now we got this with Sean O'Malley where he's being punished for apparently this residual leftover of something that he had in his system before that he didn't even get a full hard suspension over, because it was able to be shown that it was in a tainted supplement. And some people have had conspiracy theories that this is how people are taking steroids or buying contaminated substances. I don't know. I know I'm not the type that's going to get on these comment boards like so many and just smear names that I don't know the truth behind the incident. And I'm also not the type that's just going to just be naive and believe that nothing nefarious could be happening. What I will say is that the whole conversation about policing PEDs is a good one to have, and I'm going to recommend you to a CRP video done by my colleagues Chad and Miguel on policing PEDs in combat sports. I'm going to link to that in the description on YouTube, and I'm going to leave it in the comments on the Facebook page. I highly recommend you check out that section of a long podcast. It's about 16-17 minutes long, where they go in great detail on the agenda to police steroids in combat sports, and whether that should even be going on in the first place, or whether it's an impossible task, or what even constitutes a performance-enhancing drug, and yada yada. So stay tuned to the CRP, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Talk to you next time.